Yo, what's up? V Gates, this is Billy from Biohazard. MULATSCHAG, the only TV you need. Dankeschön für die Unterstützung. Biohazard.
Biohazard history in Vienna. I mean, it started pretty early and it had...
Do you remember the first time?
It was the Rock Inn.
That show was at the Rock Inn. That was crazy. I remember outside you can see the mountains behind us, and it was fucking beautiful. It was our first time here. The crowd stormed the stage, and it was fucking chaos. And most of the people that were there that were causing all the problems were from Eastern Europe. That would come, you know, because it was the furthest east that we would ever play. But we love Austria, and it's thank God that it's a major stop on the Persistence tour. I was here 2 years ago with Biohazard. I was here last year with Blood for Blood, and now again with Biohazard for the new record. So I love it here. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, and I look forward to coming back here for the next 10 years.
There's another thing that brings you guys to Vienna, which is tattoo.
Yes, Bernie Luther.
Exactly.
Is he still around?
Yeah.
Yeah. I never got tattooed by Bernie because I was always the guy that, how do you say it? I was always the last in line because I would go and sightsee. Like the guys, you know, would go and be the first, to, you know, to go and sit in line for the appointment, and Bobby or Evan. And then I would straggle up because I went to go see, you know, a local museum or go hanging out with friends or visit a certain site, something to do sightseeing. And I'd show up there, and then there'd be no time. And I always regretted that because I always, you know, wished I got tattooed by Bernie. But Bobby and Evan both got tattooed by Bernie, and they got some beautiful work. A friend of mine, Bernie married a Brazilian woman. Did he talk about that?
Yeah, a bit.
They're not married anymore, right?
No, I don't think so.
And a friend of mine, a tattoo artist in New York, told me I was getting married. I married a Brazilian woman. And my friend in New York, who's also a tattoo artist, told me, you know, Bernie married a Brazilian woman. Don't marry Brazilian women. They're so possessive and jealous. It's insane. Bernie Luther has such a tough time with, you know, with his wife. She's Brazilian. And I'm like, nah, this woman is different. I love this woman. And that was like 10 years ago. So I'm still happy.
Biohazard has traveled the world. Are there some countries where you were thinking of, we should go there, but there was no chance to go there? Kind of like Israel, or I don't know.
Of course. We did go to Israel twice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
We had a great time. It was an honor, and we're going to go back there again. The internet has made us all neighbors, and now you can reach people that you could have never reached before. So we have a huge following in India. We went to China. We toured China this year. We're going to go to India, Indonesia. But I think China, we went to China in September, and that was the first tour that we did without Evan. And we had a blast. It was great, an honor to be there. Such a different country. A whole different vibe for us. But we had been to Russia and still go to Russia, but to go to China, and I remember we were on stage and we played this outdoor park, and there was like 5,000 kids there, and the audience, the audience went up on a hill, and I could see along behind them on the top of the hill were different factions of military police in the green uniforms with the red stripes, and they were in formation. There was one on the right, one on the left, and two in the back, and one straight in the back. And they weren't sitting there smoking cigarettes going, check out Biohazard. They sat there in formation like this. And they just waited for
Fight.
For any reason to attack. But it was more so, I felt like they were just trying to intimidate. And they told me before we went on stage, they said, you can't go off stage. You can't touch the crowd. You can't interact with them. And of course, I said, fuck you. That was a little story about what happened to us in China. And I think that I'll never forget that. They haven't asked us to come back. Who knows if maybe they arrested the promoter for bringing us. They also, I remember this, that we had to submit our lyrics to the
for them government to control it, yeah.
And they denied us. They said, no, we won't let Biohazard come here. So they resubmitted us, and they used, I think they used Air Supply. They sent them a different set of lyrics from Air Supply, and they approved us. I forgot about that. That's another funny story. So that's how we were allowed in the country.
One thing to Evan, are you consuming his channel? What's it called? Rockstar Porn or whatever?
No. No. No, I'm not a member. I'm proud to say I'm not a member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts when you heard that the first time?
Well, for me, I mean, to each his own. Evan chose some paths in life that I didn't choose and wouldn't have chosen. But that's his right to do that, you know? As far as him choosing to leave Biohazard and quitting, I'm not happy about it, you know? But I can compare, there's a lot of parallels to other things that have happened to my life that I'm not happy about. But you can't worry about it, you just have to move on, you know? So when he quit, that was the last thing I wanted to do, and any of us, so we just continued doing it. We brought Scott rejoined the band, and we took him to China, UK, and now he's the permanent guy in the band. He's fucking awesome. He's been in the hospital for 2 days at the beginning of the tour and still played the shows and was great.